morning, Carrie from Texas. Thanks for stopping in this morning. Don't you just love my face painting that I'm working on this morning? It's Friday, everybody. I hope wherever you are getting ready for a really wonderful weekend. I've got a lot to do this weekend because next weekend I have a really big function at my house for my oldest son and his wife who are expecting my fourth grandbaby. I'm so excited. So today I'm just kind of getting a head start a little bit to save some time. I do have quite a bit going on today in and out of the office, and so I just thought, well, just get a little bit of a jump start here this morning. So grab a coffee or your favorite drink or whatever it is that you partake of in the morning to get you going. I know my husband, good or bad, he gets himself started every morning with a soda, but he doesn't consume a lot of other bad things. So, I'm not going to say to him, oh, you can't drink that in the mornings, because that's what he needs to get his day started. What I need is my coffee, which I drink every morning, my iced coffee. So I am working on my concealer here a little bit. Just trying just a little bit different routine. Let's break it up a little bit here. I am stippling in my concealer on my T-zone. And I'm going to come back in a minute with my tinted moisture. Actually, today I'm going to use my foundation because I do have to go out today and actually meet people today. So today I'm going to use my KVD foundation. It's in the very lightest color that's offered from that company, and I'm using the wrong brush here, but that's okay. I'll switch here in a second. Just get it stippled on here, and then we'll use the brush to get it all blended in. So it's Friday, everybody. Aren't you excited? The weekend is here. What do you have plans for your weekend? Anything exciting? I know it's really hard in our world today to, based upon what's going on in the world, to feel like you can celebrate when there's so much heartache and sadness overseas. It's a very, 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 very difficult time in our collective communities, societies, humanity. I live in Texas, and Texas is one of those states. Just like our motto, the state motto is "Don't mess with Texas." Don't mess with Texas. You may not like what you get when you mess with Texas. But it's just not Texas, it's the United States. I'm an Australian, and I've lived here a very, very long time. I've lived the American dream. I'm a naturalized American, and Americans and Australians are very, very resilient people. And when you come in and you invade their space, you better be prepared for what you get in return. Waking that sleeping giant, as the Japanese said in World War II. Caution. Come to my front door. My front door is to keep you safe. Come to my front door and try to invade my space. Probably not a good idea, and it's probably not what every single household in the United States would say to you. Red, white, and blue, colors that don't run. So, my little soapbox message there for this Friday. Let's pray that all of this settles down very, very quickly, and the loss of life is where it is and there is no more loss of life. I know that is probably a pipe dream, but you know, it's always better to try to be optimistic than pessimistic, and so that's the way I'm going to continue on thinking about that. So now I have done my concealer, and I am now sealing my concealer and my foundation, and I'm just taking my little powder puff and I'm just getting it all covered up and set for the day. And as you can see, I'm just stippling that onto my face, make sure that I'm not missing any areas. Alright, before we go any further, I do want to talk to you about this product. I did a video and I'll post that one separately, but I'm going to talk about it in this one today too, since I'm at this point. A lot of people have been asking me, at 62, how do you have such small amount of discoloration on your skin? And first of all, I never ever go out without sunblock on. I never have, because I'm Australian and we're susceptible to skin cancer. So I always wear a sunblock, and I always try to remember to wear a hat if I'm going to be out in the sun for a longer period of time. So I'm very, very careful about what I do. I never baked in the sun either as a young person. That was never my thing. I never just went out and sat in the sun and tanned like so many people did in that generation, which unfortunately now is coming back and causing them problems, because now they're fighting age spots and skin cancer and all those type of things. So I would encourage you, if you're young, any age, please don't sit out in the sun like that. It's not good for you. It is not good for your skin, and it is almost impossible to erase the damage that it does to your skin. So, but this product is called Skin, and it is a dark spot remover. I got it at my local grocery store, which here in Texas I shop at H-E-B. You can also get it from Amazon. I know it's on Amazon. It runs about $14, I think, maybe, $15 with tax and delivery, depending on where you buy it from. I've been using it for about 6 weeks on my face and on my hands. I use it twice a day, in the morning and at night, after I've washed my face. And guys, I just am blown away with how remarkable my results are. Now, obviously I have foundation on. This spot right here was extremely dark. Wait, is that the right spot? Let me look on I'm looking at it in reverse. Yes, this one right here was extremely dark, and it's almost completely gone now, so that's a remarkable feat in and of itself. So if you're in the market for a dark spot remover, this one I just can't recommend it enough. It's a really nice product. It's a good price point. It's something you can afford, and try it and see if it works for you. Always remember too, when you're using these type of products, to use a moisturizer at the same time. This one does not dry out my skin. I haven't had any of those signs in using this product, but I would just, it's always better to have more moisturizer than not enough, and so I always put the two of them on together. That's how my routine is working. You may find a different routine that works better for you, of course, but for me, that's the routine that I'm following, and I do it twice a day. So there you go. Hope you have the same remarkable luck that I've had with it. Alright, now I'm coming in and I'm working on my brows with my Adele brow product. This is a powder product, as I've said before. I just have much more success and control with powder than I do with other type products. So this is what I stick with because it works for me. And let's just get the end here right. That looks good. Okay, so today I'm going to be using some lavenders, because this is sort of a lavendery gray shirt that I'm wearing today. And I'm going to start with my eyeshadow. This is an Essence product. It was on sale at Ulta for $4. It's a really beautiful palette. It's got lavenders and pinks and a little bit of a neutral tanny color that I'm going to start with, this one right here, and I'm going to just put that all over my eyelid and my eye socket. It is a beautiful lavender base. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend planned. I hope you get some really good downtime in your weekend. We all need to decompress, you know, with everything, especially with everything going on in our world today. Our stress levels are very intense for everybody. Everyone, just life, you know, it's a challenge. Finances are a challenge. It's just a challenging, difficult time in the history of our humanity, and I pray for our humanity, that humanity, the good in humanity, always wins out over the evil. I believe that wholeheartedly. It's just sometimes getting to that place is a struggle, and I feel like that's sort of where we are. I hope, anyways. I don't want to seem like I'm, you know, talking about a pipe dream here. All right, I have those two colors on, and I'm looking for a little bit of a different shimmer to put in the inner corner of my eye, and so I'm going to dip into my Flower Nose palette. This is a beautiful, inexpensive palette from Flower Nose, and I'm going to pick it up the glistening shimmer in the corner, and I'm just going to add it right here, just to the inner corner of my eyelid, just to give it a little bit of a pop. Definitely does that. It's a shimmer. I'm going to put it up on the top too. Shimmers are great products. They just, you know, add a little bit of definition to your overall look, which I think is wonderful. Accentuation of the color palettes that you're working with on any particular look. And I'm trying to find my really little brush. I can't seem to find it. I don't know what I've done with it, but so now I'm dipping into the darkest color in that palette, and I'm going to underline my bottom waterline. Just follow the shape of my eye. I'm going to do the same up on the top. Hardly using any, because you don't need a lot. I will say this is a remarkable formula for $4. It just kind of blows me away, to be quite honest with you. $4, remarkable, actually. And then I am going to come back in, and I'm going to lighten it up just a tad bit, just underneath it. Add that second color layer underneath it, just to soften it a little bit on the bottom side. And I'm coming in now with my my Revlon. Here we go. My Revlon press powder, and I'm dipping into that. I'm just swirling around, and then I'm going to come underneath my eye, and I'm just going to put this here, and we're going to sweep this away in just a second. Make sure that I get all of that fallout from underneath my eyes. Okay, then I'm just going to take my really fluffy brush and just sweep. And this way I'm making sure that I'm getting that fallout that did come out. There was not a huge amount, but when you're using darker colors like these lavenders, you are going to get fallout. Okay, so just going to come back in, and with the third darkest color in the palette, I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to work on the outside corner of my eye socket, my eyelid, just right here, just to create this little bit of a smoky eye, just bringing it out ever so slightly, not much, and then just connecting that with the lower waterline. All right. Now we're working with Milani's contouring powder. And I'm just dipping in here and working on this big bone. Just accentuating the bone is all we're doing here. We're not, the whole purpose here is just to create this illusion that you have a shadow right here, right? So you just want to follow your natural bone and go up with it, up into your temples just a little bit. That creates that look where you're taking your, so you can see right here, oops, and then you want to continue down. I forgot to do my jawline. And again, I'm not using much. See how I'm just creating this shadow illusion. I'm chiseling that chin out. You're not using a lot. Make sure you blend it out too, because you don't want to see, a big dark line right there. That would not be flattering at all. Okay, so we've got that on. We've got all of this ready to go. Now we are going to jump in and let's do our blush. Today I am using my Tarte Energy blush. I love this palette, and the reason I'm going with this bubblegum pink is because I'm using lavenders today, and lavenders always look good with this really light pink color. So we're gonna jump in here and add this to the apples of my cheeks right here. This is a very nice product, Tarte. It's not inexpensive, I will tell you that, but I do very much like the formula, and I absolutely think it's a dead ringer for Christian Dior's famous pink blush that sold out in like 3 hours or some crazy thing that takes forever to find still to this day. Okay, let's put on our lipstick, and today we're going to go a little pinker today because we obviously are wearing pinks. Yep, this one we're going to go pink today. This one is Ice, let's see, Tickled Pink. This is color L'Oreal, of course, L'Oreal Color Riche, number 165, Tickled Pink. And it's pink. Pink in honor of my beautiful mother. She looked, of all the colors that my mother wore, and she was just always so beautifully put together in everything that she did, in every color, every outfit. I cannot tell you, my mother was just, she was a fashion icon, and she always looked put together, and she just had this unbelievably classical, beautiful appearance all the time, and she loved pink. Pink was, I think, for me, one of the most favorite colors that I loved her in. I think her favorite was probably navy. She had a lot of navy, but navies and royal blues, because she had the most beautiful, beautiful blue eyes from my grandfather. So for her, the navies were just a remarkably flattering color for my mom to wear. But she wore pinks too because of those blue eyes, and she just looked like $1 million every time she walked out of the house. She looked like $1 million. She never walked out of the house unless she was looking like $1 million. She just took a lot of pride in the way she looked. and she was of that generation. You know, you didn't go anywhere unless you were put together. You know, nowadays people go to 5-star restaurants in shorts, for goodness sakes, which I do not agree with at all. All right, let's come in and let's curl the eyelashes. You know, I believe makeup is a very powerful tool. It is a very, very powerful tool for both men and women. Men are using it more and more. Very powerful tool in your self-expression, in your confidence, in your psyche. I just feel like if you think about it, if you're down and you take the 20 minutes to do your hair and put your makeup on and get yourself together, you feel so much better. You just do. There's just something about that makes you feel like you can get out of the funk that you're in, at least for me. And I always try every day to get myself up, get my makeup. Even if I'm not going anywhere, I still do my makeup. You know, not that I have to. My husband does not care whether I wear makeup or not. But I always want to look good for my husband. You know, I always do. And I take pride in myself enough to take the 30 minutes to do my makeup, even if I'm, you know, not going anywhere. Now, obviously, if I'm working out in the yard or I'm painting or some silly thing like that, I'm not going to go to the effort to do my makeup. But just in general, if I'm at home and I am not getting dirty, I always do, because it makes me feel good. It gets me ready for the day. It sets my tone for the day, and I want to look good. I want to look good for my husband. You know, we've been married 34 years, and I think a big part of that is because I do take care of myself, and I do take pride in how I look, and I want to look great for him. And so I'm worth it. He's worth it. It's worth the effort. I really believe that it's worth the effort to get up and get yourself going and get yourself together. All right, I started down at the base of the lashes, which I always do, as we've talked about many times before. If you're new here, the reason we do this is because when you curl your eyelashes, you are changing the shape of your lash, right? And so mascara acts like hairspray. So if you take it and you apply it to where you have curled your lashes, it locks that curl in for you for most of the day. If you're like me and you have extremely fair lashes and extremely straight lashes, not any curl to them whatsoever, it's important to curl your lashes, for me anyways, so you can see them. If I added mascara to my lashes but I didn't curl them, you would barely see them, because they are so straight. Even with mascara on, they are incredibly straight, and I just don't feel like I have finished my makeup if I don't curl my eyelashes. It's the craziest thing. I forgot to tell you, before I did this, I did my finishing powder, because I don't want that finishing powder in my mascara on my eyelashes. So I do that first before I come here to my lashes, because the loose powder goes everywhere. I do that first, and I finish and set everything really well, and then I come in and I do my mascara. I forgot to turn my phone off. That's it for me, guys. Let me get rid of it. Oh, it stopped. Thank goodness. All right, we are done. That is it for the day. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I really do appreciate the time and effort and your subscription to my channel. It does mean a lot to me. My channel is here to help you and help all of us have the best life we can, live it successfully, and have it all. I feel like we deserve that in our lives, to have it all, and so if I can help you along the way to get it all, then I am giving back, and that's why I do what I do. I'm blessed, I know it, and so this is my opportunity to help others. Have a wonderful Friday, a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for joining me. Do hit the bell if you don't mind, so you know the next time I post a video. It's Friday. Get out and enjoy your beautiful weekend and decompress. See you next week. Have a great day.